Sharp and Almighty Suspect have not liked each other since they've been working at No Jumper, but this latest turn in their beef is getting really bad. Things have taken a really bad turn, and their beef is spilling over in the streets. Since Sharp has left No Jumper, Almighty Suspect and Sharp's beef has been escalating, and they both have been pretty committed to exposing whatever secrets they feel like they have on each other. Sharp will kick this one off by taking to his late night stream and alleging that Almighty Suspect ran out the back door when Blueface and the Schoolyard Crips came to the No Jumper office looking for Almighty Suspect.
I think this was a time where Almighty had said something about Blueface, and it was like that little speculation. I don't know what the fuck the case was, nor did I care for it. Blueface come in. He said, "What's up, Unc?" I said, "What's up?"
Take notice that Blueface called Sharp Unc. So Sharp at this point felt like he was choosing between his two favorite nephews in the game of ism. Blueface, who's a P from Schoolyard, Suspect, who's... I'm not allowed to snitch on my coworkers, so I don't know what Suspect does. Sharp is a gentleman from the church, all right? So Sharp was in a position where he felt like he had to choose between his two nephews. And Sharp felt like what he did saved Almighty Suspect's life.
He said, "Where that at?" I said, I'm like, "Who was you talking about?" "Man, where Almighty at, cuz?" Mind you, Almighty in the front doing an interview with Adam. You know this all facts, right? I said, "Somewhere in LA." I don't know. This nigga in the front. I don't know. I don't want to put myself in no mixture. Straight up. I don't even want to put myself in no mixture like that. This is fact. Everybody knows this. Adam take this to the mall. They sneak out the front. Schoolyard's trying to get to the front.
Suspect did confirm that Blueface did indeed come to No Jumper and those events happened, but he didn't run out the front, and damn sure Adam didn't take him shopping. Suspect will say that he was comfortable up front. He refused to leave the building. He had, two protections on him. One of them Sharp gave him, so he was overly fine. So he don't know where this narrative that he was scared and ran out the front door with Adam to go shopping came from. Almighty Suspect will fire back at Sharp and got really personal. Exposed, if this is true, the cardinal sin in the game of pimping.
He's married.
Nah, man, stop that shit, man.
That's how you want to cut up, tell the truth. Niggas married to white women for years. Speak on that. You been married. You been married to the say I'm wrong. Say I'm lying.
Wait, who's married?
Sharp. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying that you not married. You might have got a divorce now, but say, hey, while niggas working here, niggas married. That's all I know. To white women. Niggas is married to a beautiful blonde white woman.
To me and us normal people, being married is like the least scandalous thing ever. Like, being married is actually looked at as a pretty good thing. But if you come from the lifestyle of pimping, being married is like the smuttiest jacket you can put on somebody. Saying somebody is married or secretly married is like saying they're like the biggest buster ever. They look at that and they frown upon it. So for this to be put out there is a pretty big scandal. And we've never really got to the truth of it, right? Like, paperwork has surfaced of Sharp's name on a marriage, right? But we don't know if that's actually Sharp, right? I've never heard Sharp address it. So up until now, it's still up in the air, right? We don't know. It's still inconclusive. But these two have been going back and forth, bruh, just throwing dirt on each other's name, bruh, right? Exposing a bunch of personal secrets on each other. Now, I would think these two would have resulted in violence when the personal things was going on. But apparently the personal things weren't enough to resort to violence. However, Almighty Suspect and Sharp is now ready to fight, bruh. They're now ready to tussle because they're accusing each other of wearing fake designer.
Come on, bro. Be serious with yourself.
And the only reason I'm even saying something, because nigga, I see a clip of this nigga on his podcast talking about how God faked this, blah, blah, blah. Him and Brick was laughing at the fake, blah, 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 blah. Sus ain't never had nothing fake on his body. And two, how you and Jay-Z got matching watches? That motherfucker $2.5 million, right? And this ain't even pocket watch. I don't know how much money you got, nor do I care. But how do you go? You gonna speak on me wearing face? How you go from a $2.5 million Jay-Z watch to a $7,500 36mm Datejust? That's not adding up, brother. $2.5 million to a $7,500 watch. All right, bro. Keep my name out your mouth, brother. Is you out your fucking mind, nigga? Is you crazy?
The designers conversation to me is just dumb. I personally am no longer buying designers, and here's why. I went to the Amiri store, cashed out on 2 hoodies for over 4 bands, right? Wore the new hoodie in season to No Jumper. I wore one of them, and the chat is saying, oh, that's fake. Amiri don't make those. So once I realized that, bro, I said right? Because the people who can afford it, they don't care that you have it on. And the people who can afford it will think it's fake because to them, those are just unattainable items. So it doesn't make sense to even wear designer because I'm not doing it no more. I stopped. Now, Suspect is claiming that he was sent a video of Sharp claiming that him and Brick Baby used to laugh at Suspect for wearing fake designer. Suspect is saying, I ain't never wore fake designer. However, I'm highly suspicious of your designer and your jewelry because how you got a watch that there's only 11 pieces of this watch that exist out there. Only you and Jay-Z are the only 2 black men that have this watch. Suspect would even take it a step further by DMing fake watch busters and having them, I guess, give their input on whether or not the watch that Sharp and Jay-Z share is that watch fake or real. Now, the watch buster will say that it's Fugazi because nobody ever would bust down a genuine one because it's just so rare. Suspect went to No Jumper to further explain why he believes that the watch that Sharp has is fake.
There's just like, there should be conversation at some point if fools actually want to.
I don't hate him. I just know when I see him, I'm going to slap the oodle skaboodle out there on my mama. What you mean? Nigga be talking too crazy. I'm going to slap out that nigga on my mama. You out here lying, talking about that Blueface shit. That was cap. We debunked that. I get up here and address nigga say.
The beef has now gone past a point of discussion. It's no longer a roast battle or an exposed piece. It's now a physical beef. It's now beef. It has now spilled over in the streets to where if Sharp and Almighty Suspects see each other, a physical altercation is going to happen. Now, both these guys stay with protection on them, so I don't know how this is going to play out. Is it going to be a physical altercation or is it going to go to a protection off? Who knows? But I do have one question, yo. How is this dynamic going to play out when Sharp comes back to work at No Jumper? Because we know it's going to happen. Like, we know Sharp is going to come back and work at No Jumper again. So how is this dynamic going to play out when it does happen? Because with Lush is like super non-confrontational, right? So, bro, it was easy for everybody who was beefing with Lush to say, yo, Lush, when I see you, I'm going to slap you, da-da-da. Then when Lush came back to No Jumper, it's pretty easy because Lush is not confrontational. Lush is a good dude. So Lush is probably going to say, I'm not worried about it, right? And, you know, Lush is really great at sort of like fitting in. So it was pretty much easy for everybody to go back with no tension. But when Sharp comes back to work at No Jumper, how is this going to play out? Right? Like, are we just going to keep like Sharp and Almighty Suspect, you know, like out the building at the same time? Kind of like how Brick and Wack is, where we keep them out the building, right? Where like they're not in the building at the same time. We just keep them apart. Because that's the only thing that's going through my mind right now, right? It's like, we know the inevitable is going to happen. We know at some point the Sharp Tank is going to be back at No Jumper. And this is going to be really awkward, right? Now, Sharp responds back, and Sharp would say, Almighty Suspect will never slap him. And here's what Sharp has to say.
Yeah, he's salty. For to say he gonna slap you, and I wish you motherfucking would, bruh. I've kept these yellow buttery motherfuckers the longest, and it ain't gonna stop today. So I get that shit cool, but that ain't happening. We can go ahead, we can shut that down right now, homie. Straight up, I don't even care. That shit's child's play, and that's why I didn't try to entertain it in the beginning, chat, because I already knew. Once me and him start getting into Almighty, me and him start getting into a verbal back and forth, you can't really win with me, bro. I really did try to respect you and spare you, but you talk about, nigga, you gonna slap somebody, boy, I wish you motherfucking would, my nigga. I got a lot of pent-up stress. I got a lot of it pent up, bruh. And you know what? That's why I ain't never try to take it there with you. Because I already know once we do that, I'm not trying to be cool with a nigga. Once we get down like that or we start going to that route, I don't want to be cool with him. First and foremost, you supposed to be a gentleman of leisure. What happened? It proves my point. What happened? But I promise you, I pray every day you do what you said you was going to do. I'm going to pray every day for that one. And whenever we run into each other and you say you was gonna do that, my nigga, make sure that you slap me and make sure that you slap me hard, because these light-skinned motherfuckers hit hard. So just make sure that you do that for sure and respectfully. I ain't coming to show up at your daddy house like you said. We ain't cool like that. I'm not coming to come and kick it with you and you in the bag, nigga, at your daddy house and you're punching on the bag and all the extra shit. I'm not doing all that. All that extra shit, homie, is out. My nigga, I've spared you a long time, bro. You've been disrespecting me and popping it at me for a very long time.
Sharp is speaking like he's been holding something in against Almighty Suspect, and he's been praying and waiting for the day that Almighty Suspect and him get into a physical altercation. So I don't know how that's gonna play out, bro. Sharp seems like, yo, he's on edge right now, bro. And when he get a chance to take out his, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know who's gonna win this, man. But here's why I don't like Suspect saying it beforehand. Because let's just say Suspect and Sharp are both, let's say, at a Grammy Award, right? You know, they both get seats and tickets to the Grammys. And they see each other at the Grammy. Well, Suspect will be an absolute fool as a rapper to sock somebody out at the Grammy red carpet in front of all these cameras and police. But if there's footage of Suspect and Sharp seeing each other and crossing paths, and let's say at the Grammys, and Suspect don't slap Sharp, then guess what happens now? The fan narrative, people gonna hold that against Suspect, say he's all talk. So yeah, this is why I don't like it, right? Because obviously there's very few situations where I see Sharp and Almighty Suspect in the same room where it's gonna be an open goal for altercation and slapping. So y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, all right? Let me know. And if you're still watching, man, click on this video somewhere on my screen to find out how this fake alpha male just got exposed as a complete fraud. Click on this video here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.